typically how long would a dog be on a medication like this at this milligrams before it really starts to have an impact? And she goes, oh, 6 weeks.
That's what they told us, a few weeks.
So I'm like, awesome. So that I go, she's only been on it a week. So that means that from what I see today, if I feel that I can
I understand.
do some stuff for her.
I would be more than happy to take her off medication. I don't want her to have to be on medication.
Awesome. Okay. So
although it has had a positive effect.
She seems more
Neither
likely
of us
to
want
settle.
her to be on medication, but we do like what it's done for her.
Well, and that's when you said she's only been on it a week, I was surprised that you really saw anything, because
I was too.
I think it's the drowsiness side effect that we see.
They say that's one of the side effects. They can be drowsy. She doesn't seem different personality-wise. She just seems more quick to settle down and relax and lay down. She has a thing about hair.
Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah. She loves it. When I laugh because she does that, she gets very excited.
Last time she was around a dog?
For a long period of time, besides passing on the road, almost never. When she was a puppy and she had her brother.
Really?
Which I know is one of the problems.
Of course.
And she loves other dogs. The closest she got with another dog was one of our neighbor's dogs had gotten out, and I put him in our backyard and I let them play a little bit, and she gets over eager. So she's never nippy with other dogs. She gets very excited, and they kind of are like, back off a little, calm down.
Oh, you are so pretty. She's so majestic.
I know, isn't it?
Okay, so one thing right off the bat. Would you be able to take her collar off, grab some Scotch tape, and tape or rubber band her tags together so they stop clinging?
Yes.
Okay, that's the first thing we're gonna do.
Got it. Here you go. Right, baby girl? She's afraid of us touching her collar.
Really? I want to see it.
She's either gonna get a bath or she's going to be reprimanded.
Okay, I want to see what she does. Because obviously there seems to be some hand shyness of sorts. Am I correct? Okay. Is she still jumpy with quick movements with you guys?
Not really.
What?
Is she jumpy with quick movements with us?
No. She's very calm with us. So I need to take it off first. Sit.
Yes. Good girl. Just good girl. Good girl. There you go. So let me tell you why I'm doing this. So about 15 years ago, one of the best animal chiropractors in all of Denver, in my opinion, said to me, Deb, anybody that you meet that who has dogs that have multiple tags, tell them to either put them in tag pouches, put rubber bands around them, put Scotch tape around them, because that constant ringing in their ears can lead to neurotic issues. And so she goes, let me give you an example. She walks up to me and she just starts shaking the collar with the tags on it, and I could stand up for maybe like 10 seconds. And she goes, that's what I'm talking about. And so I would tell all my classes, all of my pet parents, and many of them were coming back to me going, oh my gosh.
A difference that it makes.
It's like, wow.
She just went to her kennel because she's scared.
So no collar. Just one time.
Ruby, come!
Good girl. Say
Good girl. Good girl.
That's a good
girl. Good girl.
And you can go ahead and put it back on.
Sit.
That's a good girl. Good girl. Oh. Okay.
That's your safe spot.
Okay, so why I like to use dogs for to help rehabilitate is when you have dogs that have these types of issues that live alone, they kind of stop learning how to be dogs. Okay, they don't use the body language motions like they did. I mean, some will. Let me give you an example. Do you find that she is more reactive than she is using the senses that were given to her for a reason?
Definitely.
Okay, so when I'm gonna just kind of inch closer and closer. So when I'm working with dogs with her issues, one of the things that I notice right away is they tend to not use their nose and not use their eyes and gain the information and then make a well-informed decision. They're just reactive.
We will put a treat on the floor in front of her and she can't find it because she doesn't smell for it.
Okay. So
all the time.
Okay.
It'll get stuck under her foot. She's looking around.
So this is what I would describe as a dog who is literally outside of their body. Okay? She is anywhere other than in her body and present to make a good decision.
Mm-hmm.
So watch her lip licking, because she's done that a couple times.
Yes.
That's a calming signal. The yawning, and sometimes the yawn will have a little high pitch,
Oh, yeah.
at the end.
Oh yeah.
Now, have you guys ever seen her, other than when she's wet, and other than after she wakes up, shake?
When we put on her harness, every time.
Okay. So there are about 15 calming signals, but there's about 5 that you guys would maybe recognize: yawning, lip licking, shaking. Have you ever noticed her ever also kind of look at you and then look away and then kind of look at you and look away and kind of not really look at you, and you almost get the sense that she's ignoring you?
I'm sure, but not that I've acknowledged.
Okay, so that's another one.
Yeah.
Also, where she'll take her back leg and scratch right about here.
Oh yeah.
That's another calming signal.
That's a calming signal? That's not just a scratch?
Yeah.
She's always scratching.
And it's at that one, almost like there's really nothing there, but it's that one. It's always the back leg, and it's always here. Okay, calming signal. So
I didn't know that was a signal of anything.
So one of the things that I do when I'm helping rehabilitate a dog that has her issues is we're going to work on smell therapy, meaning we're going to retrain her how to use her nose.
Yay!
Okay. So, and if I'll know how, when you guys take her for a walk, do you find that she's more distracted by things that she sees or things that she smells? Or things that she hears?
I think it's all of those, though.
Like,
she'll
which
stop
is the
and
one
smell
that
something
makes it
like
harder?
gross.
Like, if you were to say her name, if she was in the throes of some, okay. So you think
she
she's
sees another dog.
And as a hound, well, actually, they can be very scent too. But you're thinking it's more visually.
She sees another dog or a kid walking by, or in the fall when our neighbors have scarecrows out.
Okay.
Yeah.
She freaks out at scarecrows.
Okay. Should have brought my treats in. Do y'all have any soft, smelly treats?
Like the training wheels?
Yeah, I think they're in our bedroom.
Okay. I love your house.
Thank you.
It's very energetically wonderful.
Thank you. I love to do stuff, so we are DIYers, and we put down our floors, and I did the media kit and all the stuff.
It's really nice.
Thank
Are
you.
those bamboo?
These?
The floors? No.
Oh,
They are maple.
Oh, you're right. Okay. From here, you
They
can,
look really dark, yeah.
but they're almost identical to what we have in our house. Ours are bamboo.
I kind of wish we had bamboo since it's so much harder, and now with Ruby, oh my
Oh, I will tell you right now, with our 7 dogs, you should see the scratches. But now, because we have so many, it almost looks purposely rustic in a good way. So
I know, that's what I keep hoping for.
That's what we keep hoping for, because when we first did it, and there was, one scratch here, one scratch here.
You're like, no.
But now there's so many.
There's a few areas you're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's supposed to
it'll
be
look
there.
good. Yeah.
Just fill it in with a little stain if
But
it
I
gets too
love
deep.
the brick.
Thank you.
Ah, this very
We're
nice.
getting
My
there.
husband would love this.
Yeah, we do a lot of
You
work
love
on
grays. Good girl. Good girl.
It took
That's
her
a
3
good
months till her
girl.
tail wagged the first time with us.
Yeah.
Wow.
First time she barked was probably a month in.
Now, how long before people can usually give her treats?
Most of them can't.
Okay, so this is good.
Yes.
Yeah, this is really good.
Okay. It's just, I want to know how much of this.
Our Bible study people who she has gotten used to,
Uh-huh.
she'll sit at their feet if they're eating, and if they toss something, she'll eat it. The vet couldn't even do this.
Yeah. Well, the vet is not a Mutt Master. So.
That's right.
True.
Who is now?
This is amazing how calm she's being with you right
Yeah,
now. Like,
yeah.
it's incredible.
You are beautiful.
She's so pretty. I can never get over it. We always say that.
It almost seems like she's got a little Dane in her.
I thought that with how tall she is, her legs and her head ridge.
That's the giveaway.
Well, and they also said maybe some Spaniel because she gets the white on the tips of her feet. She's a mutt of everything. She's a mutt.
So this is what's going to tell me some stuff right here. I'm going to see if I can get her to come to me and then maybe sit. I'm not going to look at you. Okay, so did you notice what changed?
You looked at her and leaned towards her.
I looked at her and went right towards her. Okay, everything up to this point has been sideways, 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 okay? So I had to give a speech to the Animal Control Officers Training Convention about body posture and calming signals and the proper way to approach a dog at large, and also body language signs to look out for, because they were oftentimes misreading, misinterpreting lots of body language. And so, good girl, I want to reward that. Anytime she comes towards you, reward it like crazy. Good girl, good girl. Okay.
She's starting her nervous drooling.
Okay.
She is, yeah.
When we put her in her kennel, and this has been within the past 2 months max, and never before, because we'd always put her in her kennel when we were doing our Bible study for an hour and a half. And she comes out now, and she is drooling like it's a faucet. Doesn't stop until she falls asleep.
Yeah. Like,
where it's unmanageable, like literally like you turned on a faucet.
And it's not like slobber. It's really liquid.
It's like water.
Oh, yeah.
I know as a hound she's more prone.
Good girl. Okay, so now you've gotten to see her a little bit with nothing, right? Now call her to you, will ya? And have her sit next to you.
Come!
And be one of the things about dogs I know that have any kind of a history of abuse or neglect
Sit.
is...
Stay.
Are you loud or soft?
He's soft. I'm loud.
Yeah.
You are loud.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. It's just a fact.
It's just what we are.
So,
yeah. Stay.
Something to know. When you have a dog with this kind of history, the way I'm talking now, the loudest I would get around her for probably 3 months would be like, Ruby. That's about it, right? Now, did you hear the difference? Like when I said, hey, can you do me a favor and call her? You went, Ruby, come!
Yeah.
Right? And I went, Ruby! Right? So, Ruby sounds like, hey, something fun might be happening. Whereas, is harsh. And so I want to try to get her to relax. So, bring her back over and just very gently just say, Ruby, and see if you can get her to sit next to you without physical touch.
Ruby, come. This is what she'll be wanting.
Oh, good girl. That's a good girl.
Come.
All right, so here's what I want to do then. Maybe she'll let me do it.
That's one of the reasons why I'm do deeper is I find she listens more, and that's why. That's a
pretty
newer
common
thing I've been
with
trying.
Too is she'll come within about 5 feet of us, but that's about it.
Okay.